And then in terms of other things that go on in convention besides those 375 resolutions, there's a lot of networking that happens, there's a lot of celebrations. And, just to mention a couple of those that I was involved in, one was, it was the 50th anniversary of the Episcopal Church getting involved in socially responsible investing. And we did it under the leadership of Paul Newhouser. And so we celebrated him. And so that engagement was with apartheid in South Africa, and had a major impact on the changes that happened in South Africa to get rid of apartheid through investing. Another one was I met with Dick McHaffey, who is the only deaf priest that I've ever ordained. It was back several years ago, and he does great work. He really does. He's no longer in our diocese, he's in Florida, but I met with him and a team to talk about the future of worship with deaf people. There's no longer large communities that gather, but there's people scattered throughout the country, and there's only, at this point, I think, 2 deaf priests. And so, of course, there's other priests that know sign language. But we brainstormed a number of ways that they might be able to pray together over Zoom, you know, and make connections that way. So that was something I really learned a lot about by being in conversation with Dick and with others. And the last one I'll mention is really, we started out was with saying farewell to Michael Curry. He's still really active. I'll see him in a couple of weeks at the consecration of a new bishop in Boston. But he'll be handing over his role as PB to Sean on November the 1st. And as we always say to parishes when a beloved rector leaves, that before you say hello to the new one, you have to say a goodbye to he or she who's leaving. And with Michael's health issues, we weren't sure that was going to happen, but now he's improving health-wise, and we were able to have a big party for him with the House of Bishops, with our spouses, and with speakers just thanking him for the major impact he's had on all of our lives.
You know, I've heard it said that General Convention is like 1/3 church meeting, 1/3 state fair, and 1/3 family reunion. And some of what you said sort of makes me think of the family reunion part of it, and how good it is to be with our siblings in Christ from really throughout the world, whether we have long relationships with them, like Dick, or whether we've never met them before and suddenly become friends. And I think it's such a special thing to remember that we are Christians and Episcopalians, not just in our local parishes, but in the world around us, and in the diocese, and in the province, and in the wider church. And even if folks who are watching this didn't go to General Convention or even have never heard of it, it has everything to do with who we are as a family, as a church, as a community of faith. And what a blessing. Thanks for being part of it with us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.